can't believe I've never said this on this channel, but the original Toy Story is one of my favorite movies. It truly is a timeless classic, in addition to just being a great movie that I'm always down to watch. And it's also one of the most influential movies in cinematic history. Everyone knows about how it basically pioneered computer animated movies, but honestly, there's a lot more to its influence on modern animated films than just the technology and style. For instance, it showed the world that an animated film didn't need to be a musical to be a hit. So, ironically, Disney, of course, decided to turn it into a Broadway musical. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy musicals, but the reason the original Toy Story wasn't a musical wasn't so it could be even more different, but because it fundamentally didn't work as one. As screenwriter Joss Whedon said, it would have been a really bad musical because it's a buddy movie. It's about people who won't admit what they want, much less sing about it. Woody can't do an I want number. He's cynical and selfish. He doesn't know himself. Buddy movies are about sublimating, punching an arm. I hate you. It's not about open emotion. Now, there have been good and even great musical adaptations of non-musical movies. Probably my favorite musical ever is Heathers. The difference, though, is that Heathers understood that a good musical isn't just trying to sell a soundtrack. It uses its musical numbers to further its themes and explore the characters in greater depth. Take the song Lifeboat, for example. In the original movie, we're given a pretty shallow explanation of Heather McNamara's depression, but in the musical, we're told about how distressing it is to know that her actions do hurt people, but also how she believes that doing these horrible things to people is the only way to keep up her popularity. This one song adds more depth to the character than anything in the original movie. Toy Story the musical, on the other hand, mostly just inserts songs at random points in the story. At no point did I feel like they helped me better understand the characters or the plot. They didn't even add songs at points that might have made sense. I think the one time it might have made sense to add a song was where Buzz finds out he's a toy. They could have had him sing the background song from that scene in the movie, and that actually might have worked, but for some reason they don't. Most of the songs in Toy Story the musical just feel like filler. I also just don't think Toy Story is very suited for the stage in general. Like, the stage management and costumes were really the only part of the show that I was genuinely impressed by, but even they can't capture what CGI can. Not being a cartoon causes a lot of the jokes to lose their punch. A lot of the slapstick and visual gags either don't translate well or have to be left out. They can't do things like the exciting chase scene and don't do all the funny stuff with Buzz's arm, even though they do have the prop arm kind of removed. The actors also don't seem to have the same energy as the original voice cast, which led to a lot of the verbal jokes and even some of the emotional moments not hitting as hard as they did in the original movie.
You are a toy!
You are a toy!
I can't say this play was unwatchable or that it damaged the name of Toy Story. The worst thing about it is really its existence and the fact that I spent the entirety of it just wishing I was watching the original Toy Story instead.